What's going on, guys? This is Kevin Muller from Cinephellas, and I'm here today to talk about Clerks 3. This is the third film in the series by Kevin Smith. It has been 16 years since we basically have seen all these characters together. We've seen Jay and Silent Bob popping up here and there in other films, but we are back in the Clerks universe. So how was it? I like the first Clerks film. It's the thing that got Kevin Smith a spot in Hollywood. It was made for $27,000, excuse me, and it grossed $4 million. And as I said, it gave him a career. Some of the stuff he's done has been fantastic. I recommend Dogma, Chasing Amy, and if you really want to be brave, Tusk. I love Tusk, but that is a completely messed up movie. But I love it and I recommend it. There's also been a few bumps, but hey, no one's perfect. Everyone has that one spot on their resume. But I'm here to talk about this movie. Now, we have Dante and Randal, Jeff Anderson, and Brian O'Halloran coming back. They are the main characters. They are still working at that place. They own it because if you remember in the last film, they bought the Quick Stop. And Jay and Silent Bob are still there. And also Trevor Furman, my fellow Cinefella, Bob interviewed at the convention. He's back too as Elias, who was introduced in the last film and was absolutely hilarious, both giving a lot of jokes and being the butt of a lot of jokes from Anderson's Randal. Now, the film starts off with a life-altering event. I'm not going to say what it is for one of the characters, and they decide to make a movie. They decide to make a movie about the Quickie Stop. It's something they know, and they start basically raising the funds and filming and trying to figure out how to make a movie. Jay and Silent Bob help out. So does Elias. And that's pretty much what the movie's about. I'm not really going to spoil a lot of it because there are a lot of spoilers. Rosario Dawson does return too. So, how does it compare? I love it. It's juvenile. It's stupid. And if you are not a fan of Clerks and the juvenile humor, don't even bother. Stop watching this review right now. Don't even step into the theater. Don't order it. It's the same thing that Kevin Smith has been doing with these characters for almost 30 years. And that is good and bad. It's good because if you love it, you are going to feel very at home. But if it's bad, because I'm a fan of it, but it's starting to get stagnant. It's starting to get stale. And you see it in this movie. It's not awful. It's not a bad movie. Most of you who are watching this review and are fans of Kevin Smith and the Clerks universe are probably going to go see this and probably disagree with me. But my personal opinion is the jokes work, but there are a lot of times when the movie relies too much on nostalgia of the last two movies. And there's a choice in filmmaking that Smith does near the end of this thing where I wasn't too keen on it. I will discuss it during the podcast. Tune into that. It's getting old. It's kind of getting old. And, I did laugh and there are a few moments when this thing does hit. But, if you don't care about what I think and, you love these characters no matter what, you're going to love it. Personally, I liked Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot. And I know a lot of people were saying that, oh my God, it's the same shit over and over again. That's how I felt with this movie. So maybe I'm kind of not done with Kevin Smith, but I'm getting tired of the same shtick over and over again. As I said, Trevor Furman was back as Elias, and he's a good actor. He kind of disappeared from the public because he wasn't happy with basically, I guess, the way Hollywood is run. It's very cutthroat and everything. He is good in the movie, but I did not really care where Smith took him as a writer. I didn't like the interpretation of Elias in this movie. I thought it was kind of lame. There are lots of cameos. There are lots of cameos in this thing from people from Clerks, people from the overall universe where Jay and Silent Bob and these characters live. And it's fun. Again, that falls into the same category as if you're just there to kick back and laugh at stupid shit, you're gonna like it. Overall, personally, I was kind of a little let down with this one because I loved Clerks 2. As I said in the beginning of this review, I thought it was hilarious. The energy of that is not here. It's kind of stale, as I keep saying. Yeah, that's the word this review is stale. So overall, I would give 2.5 out of 5 hair pieces. Again, you may disagree with me. I think a lot of people will disagree with me because they're just going to say, oh, Kev, whatever. They're just doing their thing that they've been doing for 28 years. But, I think Smith could have did better because he outdid the sequel. He outdid the first one with the sequel in my eyes. Go see it. I like that the fans were very involved in this movie. And you can tell Kevin Smith does care about his fans. He's not a phony. He does pack this thing with cameos, a lot of callbacks. So, definitely go out and support him when this comes out. I think it's also coming on demand pretty soon. But anyway, I am Kevin Muller from Cinephellas. Again, we do a podcast. Definitely go check it out. And we all do film reviews here. Check that out too, because we love movies here. And we love talking about it and informing you guys what's good and what's bad. And lastly, as we say on the site, cheers.